First up on this list of mysterious things caught on live TV is this ghostly footage. While it's not unusual to encounter plenty of team spirit pouring in from the stands during a football match, in this instance it seems that the cameras may have inadvertently caught an actual spirit during a game between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. This video, uploaded to YouTube by Metal Video Blog, shows what appears to be an extra player sprinting across the field during the match. The ghostly figure appears to be running as they move toward the other players before suddenly disappearing. Interestingly, the players themselves don't seem to notice anything unusual. The fact that something appears to be moving across the field becomes more obvious when you slow the footage down. While skeptics have suggested it's likely to be a shadow or camera glitch, it's certainly hard to deny the shape does indeed look like a person running towards the ball. So what do you think? Could this really be a ghost caught on live TV? Or is there another explanation for this figure's sudden appearance? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. In this creepy video, the YouTube channel On Demand News shares what looks like an ordinary piece of footage filmed live following an accident on the M11, just outside of London. However, those of us with a sharp eye might notice something odd on the highway just behind the broadcaster. A dark shape appears to descend from the sky, and then seems to move across the road. Shortly after the clip was posted online, it quickly went viral, racking up millions of views. While some supernatural enthusiasts have speculated it could be a spirit returning to the scene of the accident, other, more skeptical viewers were not so sure. The clip's attention was so overwhelming that the producers were even forced to investigate. Their conclusion was that it was simply a bug crawling across the camera's lens. However, without definitive evidence either way, it seems that we'll have to leave the identity of this mysterious figure up to you to decide. When an Australian reporter travelled to a supposedly haunted pub in the English county of Kent, he seemed rather sceptical. However, as this footage uploaded to 9 News Australia's YouTube channel shows, he may very well have changed his mind after the visit. Security cameras set up inside the Tyler's kiln look to have captured several supernatural events, from a chair being mysteriously pulled through the beer garden, to doors slamming shut, and stools being moved away from the bar. But perhaps the most chilling thing caught on camera is this footage of a cushion being lifted into the air and thrown across the room by some unseen force. Unconvinced, the reporter attempts to recreate several of the events himself. However, he seems unable to do so, while attempting to lift a large umbrella without appearing on camera.
So I'd be in shot now.
You'd be in shot and you'd have to...
The pub's owner, Alastair Collins, thinks the old landlord, Gilbert, might be responsible for the creepy activity. As Collins explains, Gilbert, who passed away in 1978, was apparently a stickler for tradition, and maybe doesn't like what's been done to the pub since he passed away. While it doesn't seem that Gilbert the Ghost means any harm, he could be responsible for the mysterious happenings in this quaint English pub. An electrician tells of the time he was working in the building, when he suddenly heard the bar doors begin to swing back and forth, closely followed by footsteps making their way upstairs. When he called out to the only other person who was in the pub at the time, he came out of the kitchen and there was no one upstairs. While it's not uncommon for pubs and bars to claim they're haunted in order to attract more patrons, the security camera footage captured at this particular venue is certainly creepy, and, if authentic, possibly some of the best paranormal evidence out there. So if you happen to be thirsty while travelling through rural Kent, remember to keep your eyes open for this potentially haunted pub.
Though that home looks
Uploaded to the YouTube channel Haunted Nevada, this video shows footage of Reno paranormal investigators Boogeymen NV in a local news segment that was filmed in 2014. The crew decided to head to the former home of a local legend known as Whiskey Bill, in search of a supernatural encounter. The setting is creepy enough when you glance at the crumbled remains of what used to be a bootleg alcohol distillery, out somewhere in the middle of dusty Nevada. However, the surrounds suddenly seem a lot creepier once you learn that the land not only contains the ruins of Whiskey Bill's former home, but also hosts his buried remains. The investigators begin by sharing some eerie footage they'd previously captured at the site. A dark, shadowy figure of a man standing tall in what appears to be a cowboy hat suggests that Bill's ghost may not have strayed far from this bootlegging oasis. Another image shows shadowy crosses, almost like graves, despite there being no crosses at all. Not long into the segment, the news crew happens to catch sounds of clanging metal coming from inside the ruins.
Digital point and shoot. Is that over?
Voices can also be heard letting them know that they're not alone. The news crew then decides to return to the location at night to see if they can capture any additional paranormal events. Suddenly, things begin to get a whole lot creepier. According to the Boogeymen NV crew, mysterious activity that's invisible to the naked eye sometimes shows up in photographs. The team then decide to snap an image of the reporter on the scene. Strangely, the picture seems to show what appears to be a mysterious substance clinging to his clothing. Next, the crew climbs the hill to where Whiskey Bill's grave is located to see if his ghost will make an impromptu appearance. That's when an arrow seems to launch out of nowhere and hits a member of the crew.
What? The arrow!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Are you kidding me right now?
Here we go.
Finally, the night ends as chilling music can be heard emanating from somewhere on the property without explanation.
At one point of the evening, we heard what sounded like a big band from the 1920s playing on a gramophone.
Who's gonna play that? Shh! That's music!
The music that was perhaps too faint for our equipment to pick up.
Understandably, when it comes to authentic paranormal experiences, these clips have their doubters. Some think the Boogeymen NV crew might have been behind several of the eerie events that the news crew witnessed that night. However, there are those that maintain that this location really is haunted by the ghost of Whiskey Bill. So what do you think? Did this news crew really manage to capture proof of the old man's ghost on camera? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comment section below.
No. Oh my gosh. What? No way.
This mysterious video was uploaded to the AZ family powered by 3TV and CBS 5AZ's YouTube channel in December 2017. The strange white streak was spotted by reporter Jerry Ferguson while riding along in his station's news chopper.
What is that?
The reporter's bewilderment is clear as he narrates what he's seeing flying across the night sky.
What is that? What is going on?
Zooming in on the object, he suggests that it could be a missile, or even an airplane contrail as the stunning bright light pierces through the darkness.
It looks like maybe a missile or something.
When seeing footage such as this, one's mind tends to wander towards UFOs piloted by extraterrestrials, or even some type of covert government experiment. However, it turns out there's actually some closure to be found regarding exactly what this bizarre light is. The Arizona news station soon learned that what its bewildered reporter was actually witnessing was the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket that had recently launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. The small swirly patterns that appear in the rocket's wake are apparently Iridium satellites being deployed.
What the heck is going on? Oh my gosh, what is that?
Before we get to that number one spot and take a look at some mysterious footage taken on the Israel-Gaza border, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there. That way you'll be notified every time we upload our scary and mysterious content. The Israel-Gaza border is a place that's well known for drama and conflict. However, it was also the setting for one of the best cases of mysterious things caught on live TV. Footage of a BBC broadcast shared on Isra Ahmed's YouTube channel appears to show a ghostly figure racing past a correspondent as he reports on a story. While the figure is difficult to make out in the initial footage, when it's slowed down it becomes somewhat easier to see. The clip also highlights just how close the mysterious figure actually gets to the broadcaster. The reporter seems completely oblivious to the entity moving just feet away from his back. The reason why so many people think this could be a ghost is its seemingly unnatural speed. Whoever or whatever is gliding past the reporter is moving far too quickly to be human. Some skeptics have dismissed the mysterious shape as a mere blur on the screen. Others think it might be the shadow of a person passing by on a bicycle. However, this doesn't account for the figure's great speed. I'll throw this one out to the audience. What do you think the camera's captured? Is it really a ghost? Or could the strange figure actually be something else? Unfortunately, without more information, we may never learn the truth behind this so-called mysterious ghost of Gaza.